And action. What's going on? Shango Ray here. How you doing there? Don't all rush at once. I thought I'd do a little something about a St. Nick's Sunday. As you know, we have the St. Nick's WISHMAS ritual on the way. It goes down on the 18th. You can still join now. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about some other shit. Maybe even kind of, open discussion. There's one in here. Identify thyself. What is going on? Unless you're a Lurkita or a Lurkeisha. We do get some of those, you know what I mean? That's a part of the gizmo. You gotta understand that. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. For me, this has been, I won't say it's a lazy day, but it's raining and shit over here. And, it's one of them days where you really just want to stay in bed. But things need to be done. Frank Evans, what's going on, brethren? Go check out my man Frank Evans. He does a lot of police accountability and watching the cops. So go check him out. Especially if you're into that kind of thing, because it can get very interesting, 3 heads in there. Don't all speak at once now, okay? What do you think? I'm gonna bite you or something? We don't know each other well enough for that shit, okay? And shortly too, we'll open it up for card pulls and psychic reads if you want one. I'm probably not going to be on this live that long, maybe 45 minutes. I am watching the clock, okay? I'm watching the clock like I'm at work, okay? You know how it is when you're at the job and shit, right? Unless you're one of them lucky individuals who just loves their job and they wake up every morning and they're like, yeah, I can't wait to get to that fucking place. I love it. Get out of my way. Said no one, basically. All right. 2 heads in the building. What's up? Speak, man. Speak. I know you make the show, right? You make the show. What does it look like when I got a mute for a co-host? Okay? Not that there's anything against mutes, right? There's she. Quiet is kept. I used to work for the she. King Hayes, shout out, God. What's going on? Yeah, man. We're going to get off into some cards, talk about this St. Nick ritual that we got going on. And basically, let me tell you this, too. Come back right now in 2 and 2. All right, boom.
Yes, this is Shango Ray. What's going on? Hope you are well. Making a very brief video just to let you know, if you haven't heard, if you've been somewhere hidden under a rock or something, it's time to get those 3 most important, most desired holiday wishes manifested and fulfilled with this new holiday ritual. We're working with the good old St. Nicholas, a saint renowned for selfless, altruistic, miraculous power to make the impossible possible, especially around this time of year. So do yourself a favor and join this ritual now. The ritual goes down December 18th, 2021. You will be emailed the ritual. And if you haven't already heard, you will be put on the ritual tree. This is what we like to affectionately call a wish ball. And your 3 wishes will be in here wrapped in $3. St. Nicholas's number is 3. And once the ritual is over, the wish balls will be delivered to a church in the name of St. Nicholas. And we will donate this and also unleash all of these petitions on the 21st. So this is something very special. We've never done anything like this before, and we'd like to welcome you to become a part of this. So if you can imagine your desires fulfilled in ways that you just can't possibly fathom, how is that possibly going to happen? Well, let's put Saint Nick on it and watch him show you himself. All right, peace.
Gerald Washington, what's going on? How are you doing, brother? Good to see you. I hope your Sunday's doing good. I know for some of y'all it's like Sunday night. Some of y'all are like preparing for work and, doing all this shit. But I figured we could tap in, have a good time, real fast here. Sunflower, what's going on, Sunflower? How you doing there? How are things? Hopefully everything is as it should be. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Why don't we just kind of start? We just kind of freestyle a little bit, like we'll do a little bit of cards, a little bit of chopping it up, cards, chopping it up, whatever. Questions. I'm doing well. I'm doing great, man. It's good to see you, Mr. Washington. It's fucking phenomenal to see you, brother. It's been a minute, shit. I'm doing great though. I want to thank everybody also for the birthday wishes and everything like that. Y'all are awesome. Oh, well, no need to miss that anymore, Sunflower. Not at all. No need to miss that. Pull right the fuck on up. Yeah. Tell me what's new, Gerald. Don't make me throw cards, man. Shit. Yeah. But I really truly hope everything is well with you, man. I'm getting a vibe like most shit is well, But I tell you what, just on the offset too, well, before I start throwing cards, I do want to talk about what we have coming up because it's important, You'd be surprised, and I don't know what it is about this time of year in particular that has always, I guess maybe it's the retail thing. I don't know if it's a retail thing. I don't know what, but to me, this time of year has always been, besides like when you start getting into adulthood, because when you have kids and shit, Christmas changes or Saturday, or this whole holiday season, it changes because it becomes just, you get more exposed to the brainwashing and shit like that. But to me, this is a time of wonder. I think one of the main things, and I think this supersedes just this particular season, this ritual, whatever, is to be able to tap into your inner child. Now, you think about kids, right? Kids don't have a lot of experience with shit. So a lot of things to kids seem new. There is a feeling of wonderment, They look at everything with new eyes. There's a curiosity. And no faith or belief beats that of a child's because they don't have a bunch of garbage competing for mental energy like all of us do, Well, if you pull up right now, Sunflower, your shit might get busted the fuck out. Rearranged, redecorated, reinvigorated, all of that. Because we don't fuck around when we do that, okay? We straighten out backs. We might as well be in the chiropractor business, okay? We blow out backs. That's what it is. Okay? Blow out backs. And suck out uteruses and shit too, okay? But anyways, it's that childlike, hey, Prophetess Vance, what's going on? Shout out to the Prophetess resident, Prophetess Vance. How you doing there? That childlike thing, think about it. Now, I don't know what your particular situation has been as far as when you were younger. I don't know what kind of household you were raised in. I don't know if you were, some people don't observe the holidays in any way, shape, or form. Some people are all about it sometimes, and whatever. Just chilling. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantabulous. We're just speaking on this. The element that I feel it's really going to set this ritual off is that child that inner child shit. So that's kind of basically what I'm talking about. But the inner child shit as it pertains to manifestation, because kids make a lot of shit happen. You know, kids will have your motherfucking ass out there fighting for a particular doll or toy. You know, so yeah, but one thing that you can do, and like I said, this is going to be different for everybody because I don't know, you know, everyone has a different kind of upbringing. Maybe this time of year might not be. Maybe as a child, there are those who this was never like a magical time. But for a lot of us, especially growing up here in America, if you grew up here in America, you know what I'm saying, or wherever they celebrate Christmas and shit like that. I grew up celebrating Christmas, you know. Obviously I know what it is. I know all the shibizzy, you know, but I used to love Christmas, especially seeing those gifts. I'm telling you, didn't that evoke some type of shit inside of you, prophetess? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So when we're talking about magic, right? Materializing, manifesting your will, directing, manipulating energy to accomplish a particular end, right? One of the most powerful things we can do is to connect with and tap in to that inner child shit. I'm telling you, children can be looked at as weak and vulnerable and, you know, all this and that. But at the same time, paradoxically, they are extremely mighty in the spirit realm, I believe. Or in the spirit, I'm saying, like their accent, they're more uncluttered. They don't have a lot of the collective debris that we get as we get older. Siddhar, what's happening? But that's what I'm talking about. The smell of the tree, you know, prophetess, the presence, you know, I mean, shit, anywhere, anytime, where else can you write some shit down that you want? And then the next day or on this particular night, it's fucking there for you, you know? And as a kid, all you know, I mean, I'm gonna show my age a little bit. We used to look at like J.C. Penney and catalogs and shit like that. And you go right to the toy section, yo. I want that one. That's what I've been working, you know? Cut that shit out. Maybe you put it on the wall, you hang it up, you do whatever, or you just keep opening that book every day. You fucking staring off in that book. But look at what these kids be doing. Look at what you did. That shit's magic right there. And now as adults, we got vision boards and all this other shit, you know? So, Witch of the Night, what's going on? Welcome. So my point is tapping in to that. That inner child that you have is a master magician, is a master sorcerer, okay? Is a master creator, is highly creative because it has the ability to totally commit to the bit. Like as a kid, and I'm speaking in general, once again, I don't know everybody's childhood. Some have had more fucked up childhoods than others. For some, Christmas was a time to be reminded of how much you didn't have and weren't going to get. Okay, so with kind of like the exception of that, I'm just speaking more general. Big bad booty daddy. Okay, shout out. What a name. Yes, Toys R Us. Oh, yeah. Toys R Us. You got it. You got it. Depending on where you grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like it could have been other toy shops, maybe a mom and pops that was a particular, this is back when mom and pops were still really doing it. Now everything is, you know, but yeah. Yeah. I remember that fucking theme song, Prophetess. She's talking about, let me put that up real fast. She's talking about that whole, for those of you who remember Toys R Us, right? The Toys R Us catalog would come, or they'd have a little tiny booklet that came in the mail, or they'd have the newspaper ads and shit. But to my point, all right, There would be a point where you just want it so bad. It's almost like you bust a little desire nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way I can explain it, because you ever wanted a toy or something so fucking bad, and you just, it's like that tension requires some kind of resolution. You don't know what to do. Maybe you draw a picture of it and you cut it out and you're like, well, this is my toy. For example, there was something I wanted. I might have made it with my Legos. And then afterwards, I would get it, the actual toy, you know? Hey, well, I appreciate you. So what I'm saying is, and for me, you know, because sometimes we, as an adult, you think you know, you done seen it all, you know it all, this and that, and we forget how much we truly don't know, how much we are truly not aware of in any given moment, right? So being able to, you know, when I think about a child, when I see a child, like they are totally in it. They're not thinking about 2, 3, 4, 5 things at once. They are just in their flow. They're doing their thing. They're playing. Even if they fall, haha, they may even cry, but they laugh, get up, and they're right back at it again. You know. So yeah. So my point is, we're going to be utilizing that little inner bastard of yours to get these wishes. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just about it's not just the means justify the ends, okay? Alonzo, hey, my favorite toy. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Me personally, back when it was like I had my Transformers, I had my Voltron, I had He-Man, G.I. Joe. Those were like the tops for me. How about yourself? Good question, by the way. Excellent question. Yeah. But this ritual, the Saint Nick Wishmas ritual, right? You submit 3 of your wishes. Not just 1, not 2, 3. Tres. Okay. That's what this is about. And I truly feel that this particular saint, it doesn't matter what type of magic you're doing, that inner child shit's going to smack some home runs. It really will. And I believe you will have and enjoy the process of materializing intentions and ideas and thoughts more so from that point of view than some anxiety-filled adult trying to make some shit happen, trying to force something. Baby Alive doll. Is that the one that takes a shit and cries and does all these things? In the past, years ago, I had a stepdaughter who she had to babysit one of them fucking dolls and shit. And I think she ended up failing because I don't know if that's the Baby Alive or not. Yeah, that was the best. So everybody right now, hold on, stop. That is a good point right there. Sidar has a great point. I want you to put your favorite toy as a child, or maybe your favorite top 3 toys as a child. I need to get the third one, huh? So go ahead and drop that in the comment. I don't care if you haven't been talking and shit all this point. You just want to stare at my face and all this. Like, that's fine. But at least at this point, put your favorite top 3 toys, all right? There was just a magic with that shit, yo. I mean, think if you ever watch kids play, and they're really into their play, that shit is just fucking magic. It's just magical. Pokemon, huh? Yeah, but I guess it depends also on what era like you grew up in and shit like that. But that is what we're tapping into with this Saint Nick Wishmas ritual. Now, as I mentioned, soon as you join, we're starting to make these what are affectionately called my wish balls. All right. So you're going to get one of these, and what we're going to do is write your 3 wishes on a very small petition. We're going to wrap that in $3. Why $3, Sean? Why? Why? Because the number 3 is very significant with Saint Nicholas. I've noticed that. If you look at a lot of his mythology or his stories or whatever, yes, he was an actual real person who walked on this earth. He ate, slept, he shit, farted, just like everybody else. He was an actual real person. And but a lot of his tales, his mythologies, if you will, they revolve around the number 3. Okay. Legos. Oh man. You know what? That was like, I would have to say probably my all-time favorite hermano is the Legos. I can spend my mom, now parents give their kids iPads to like babysit them. My mom would give me Legos because to me, Legos could be anything. I could build anything with them. A Hello Kitty. uh, Mecano and a soccer ball. Yep. That's when kids used to play outside on my own shit. But anyhow, we're going to wrap your petition in here. These will be on the tree. We're going to do the ritual. And then on the actual day of the winter solstice, there's actually a church named after. There's I don't know, what is it, a Roman, I don't know what type of exactly religion it is, but we did a other ritual maybe 2 years ago with Saint Nick, and we actually went to that location. Now, this particular church is in a very kind of wealthy area, so we risked life and freedom to do that particular ritual. But we're going to actually drop these wish balls with the $3 in it and have those $3. Obviously I can't, we're going to have them though donated to help some kids because Saint Nick loves kids. Saint Nicholas loves to help children. Okay. So in addition to basically unleashing, like, this ritual is not just in the one day, like even right now, you joining, you thinking about this shit, you thinking about your 3 wishes, writing them down, imagining how your life is different, how you are now different now that you got these 3 wishes popping, So that's what's going on. So you want to join that shit, man. A jump rope. Okay. Burned letters. Yes. Yeah. Sunflower's been studying old Papa Shanguito's channel, huh? That was a long time ago. Not a lot of people know that, Sunflower, but yes. Me and somebody else, we went over there and we actually burned the letters on the church. And I remember we were like hiding in a bush because it was like I said, it's in a very Wally White world, very rich kind of area. And the last thing you want to be caught doing is burning shit on church grounds, but that's the type of shit that we do for you, you know what I'm saying? Because we go that extra mile for our fam, okay? One transformer, Blackbird SR-71. That's okay. U.S. presidential aircraft. Rolex day yellow. Well, Sidar, you want to get out for that? Let's get you that Rolex, man. Saint Nick want to get you that Rolex, man. I like that one. I like it. I like it a lot. Sound like me looking out for the police when I put, yeah, for real. You know how this magic shit goes. Sometimes it has you doing some things that you're gonna look very suspect and strange, but it's like, fuck it. Either you commit to the bit, you do it, or you don't. Some people are too much in here and they're like, I don't know. I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. Let's do it. Hey, whoa, what's happening? So that's what we're doing. That's what it's all about. And we're gonna fucking wake that inner child up. We're gonna uncover the inner child, dust it off, resurrect it, allow it to flourish, to come to the front. All right. And make them 3 wishes, your 3 wishes, come true. All right. But I can tell you this, in the mind of a child, really, there really ain't no limitations too much. That's another beautiful thing. You ever heard a kid say, why don't they just do this, this, and that? And it's like, oh, you just don't understand. You're just, and then you finally think about it. And you're like, you know what? That was actually kind of fucking profound. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing. That's what it's about right now. So there's still time to get in. Let me see. If you go in the description box of this video, there's the full instructions. Now, if you're not able to put your 3 wishes, your name and your birthday in the notes section of either the PayPal or the Cash App, you can email it to Saint Nick. Well, I want to say Saint Nick Ritual 21 at gmail.com, but it's in the description box. So go check it out. I don't want to say the wrong thing, you know. But yeah, that's funny you say that, TV. I think we were doing the Met Kafu ritual, and we were building up the road opening that we did a few months back, and I was like kind of doing some pre-rituals even for the ritual, right? So I'm over there just relinking back up, you know, reestablishing that relationship and all that. And I left some offerings at a particular place. And as soon as I walked away, like I think somebody actually called the police on me at that time, you know, because I seen a police go over there to right around where I was, and they kept like circling around and shit like that. And I know a lot of times when they find this shit, they kind of get a little freaked out, like they don't want to touch that shit, you know. Oh yes, 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 yes. Oh, you know what? Thank you. Great, excellent question. Excellent question. TV. If you are a Sorcerer's Corner member, you get access for free. All right, that's one of the perks for being a Sorcerer's Corner member. But yes, I would appreciate it. I think I'm gonna put a post in the Sorcerer's Corner. So if you are a member, you just go to the home section of the membership, and maybe I can have it that way, or you can just email me your 3 wishes. I made a separate email just for this ritual, just because I've gotten so much shit to ask Shango right now. It's a very cluttery email. I mean, I've been using this shit for years. So just to keep everything nice and crisp, I figure we'll do it that way. I'm doing very well. Oh, all right. That's what I'm talking about. But that was an excellent question. So you can get into the ritual just by indirect, or you can be smart, get into the Sorcerer's Corner, where you get access to lots of content, a whole library of subliminal incantations, which are a more passive way to work magic. Like I said, we're still building up, because we want to build this around the members. So, but yes, so if you want in, I already know that you would want in. I know the deaconess would want in. But if there's other members that want in, you can just email me. Okay, like you could do that. Just say, hey, I'm a Sorcerer's Corner member. Boom, and that's it. You are in. I need to find a way to make that easier. I maybe even do a mail out, so that way I can email you guys and be like, hey, y'all want in? Just go ahead and sign in. Okay, what we're going to do now is just throw some cards, see what it is. So if you'd like a card, okay, on this Sunday. Oh, Sunflower. You're the first one I see. Quick on the draw. Hey there, glad, and you will be too. Okay, so I seen Sunflower, so I'm gonna hit off Sunflower. All in her box. Way up in there. Don't forget to cunniling my like button. My like button is my bottom bitch, and she loves to be cunnilinged, much like a lot of you heifers do. Okay, she is no different. She wants to be glistening. All right, she wants to be able to feel that breath because she's all wet. You know what I'm saying? So cunniling the like button. It's free. It don't take a lot, about maybe 0.002 seconds, and you'll get her right. If everyone just, as they walk in, just cuddling the like button, she'd be a happy bitch. She'd be so fucking happy. So, you know, make a wish, okay? Make a wish on her, all right? Y'all ready? No card. That's what I was gonna do for you, Sunflower. Give you a card. Picasso's mistress, tarot. Who's mistress? Oh, you're Picasso's mistress. I see. I seriously doubt, though, you would have been into Picasso, like, if you'd seen the guy when he's alive. He was one of them herbs, right? But, like, he's the kind of person, like typical fucking artists that get their flowers way in the hell after they're dead. No card. Okay, then. Well, excuse me. Rival Consultants, yo! Glad you here, brother. Where the fuck you? I noticed you joined Rival Consultants is in the ritual, too. How you been, man? Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Jones giving out that Kool-Aid. What's popping? Yeah. All right. So let me start over again. If you would like a card, just put a hand emoji up. If you have a specific question, however, you see here, take that off so you can see that. If you have a specific question, okay, Woo Woo, I see you. I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to see you, man. I ain't heard from you in a minute, so I was actually wondering about you. Woo Woo, I got you. Our resident Woo shall be coming through. All right. Card for Woo. I'd like to first off just invite your guides, anybody else that needs to be presented here to, you know, facilitate a good message. I also would like to invite and to thank La Santísima Muerte for her assistance in any of these type of reads, you know. FD Darai. Okay, so let's get down to it. Oh, when you get right down to it. Yeah. So Woo Woo is up. One more time. Present to me with the right. What is the card that I need to present to Woo Woo? What is it for Woo Woo? Aha! I think you might have got this card before, Woo Woo. Not quite sure. Witch of the Night. I'm not sure what you're referring to. We're just getting started here, so I didn't see any other question that you might have asked. But boom, this is your card. Okay, now I'm going to say this to me is referring to you, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling. What are the other kind of sub communications that I'm getting with this card for you? And to me, this is about really fully expressing yourself, saying what you need to say when you need to say it. That doesn't mean you have to be rude. That doesn't mean you have to be confrontational or anything like that. I feel you are doing this. That's the thing. I honestly feel like she's kind of like patting you on the back, like, hey, you're doing good. Like, I don't know what this little change was or what this little, even if it's a tiny shift from the last time that I talked to you. But I feel there's a particular area, maybe there's a certain situation with a certain person or whatever, but like I see you standing up for yourself. I see you actually like, you know, and maybe before you were a great listener. We got to balance the listening with also, you know, and sometimes to me, like this to me feels more so about, you know, standing your ground, your own personal boundaries. Everybody needs boundaries, right? It's healthy shit. Yes. Thank you, Prophetess. Let me show this for those of you who are kind of, maybe a little bit slower than the rest. This is hand raising 101 right there. See my finger? Smell my finger. Yeah. Look, 101. Just like that. That's how you get a card. Okay. So keep that in mind. Oh shit. I forgot to I need to get the other phone so I can check the PayPal and Cash Apps just in case anybody has asked me a specific question, which you can do. You can do that shit too. All right. So just give me just hold on. I don't argue with nobody right now. That is true. People mad. I'm not listening to anyone being. Oh, okay. No, I get that, woo woo. I totally feel arguing is just really a waste of time. Even though sometimes I kind of get off on it. You know what I'm saying? But no, I totally concur with that. But you understand what I mean about if there is a particular area where maybe you've kind of been shying away from saying something that needs to be said, and I know more than likely you are the kind to do it. Sometimes it may take you longer than others. I think when your teapot starts to boiling, it's going to come out either way. Witch of the night, I got you. All right. So we're going to go. Witch of the night is next. Just hold on a second. I need to get something from you. Oh no, I forgot to do this. All right. All right. Let's hit it. Witch of the night. Short intermission. Yes. It's good. It keeps the short intermissions, they keep Count Sacula away. Okay, because as Count Sacula starts coming, like that's when it's like, fuck, I got to go. I gotta go. All right. So Witch of the Night. Witch of the Night. Witch of the Night. Card for Witch of the Night. Card for Witch of the Night. Card for Witch of the Night. Go ahead and just focus on just an open channel. Witch of the Night. Card for Witch of the Night. All right. Yes. Hey, well, they enjoy you too, Witch of the Night. Oh, let's hit it. Witch of the Night, you are being called to take a leap of faith. A leap of faith. To be honest, I feel rather strongly anyways that you kind of know what this is. Now, this is something, it's not about knowing what to do. It's just, are you going to do it or not? I feel you may get a little anxious, a little nervous. There may even be a little fear around this particular making some type of move. Maybe this is something you've also buried. I'm kind of thinking of that story about the fox who wants to get these grapes, but they're too high, and he keeps jumping and keeps jumping and keeps jumping, and finally says, "Man, fuck these grapes! I don't want these food." So yeah. What it feels like is a leap of faith. Okay. I don't necessarily, it may not be all like that, but sometimes, we make mountains out of molehills. So, it's one of them situations, but that is what I have. I feel like this may even be revolving around a life decision, to be honest. It feels very major. Artistic App Design Group. Peace, peace, peace. How you doing, Artistic App Design Group? TV, it's time to ascend. I'm like, just cut the BS already. Yeah. Yeah. You just lose, you know what it is, woo-woo, is like you just lose your appetite for it. You don't have any fucking energy for it. You'll know because these ascension symptoms, they're like automatic. Dietary changes, sleeping changes, changes in interest. What used to interest you last year don't interest you anymore. Certain things, you noticing certain situations where you would have been triggered before, you would have been a mess before, and now you're not. Now you're in control and you're just like watching the whole thing, just okay. Well, what does it take to be great, Artistic App Design Group? What does it take for me to say, wait? Yeah. But I look forward to the best day of my life every day. That's what's up. And some are going to be better than others. Some days are just like, fuck, why? Why did I even wake up today? Why did I even subject myself to this bullshit? But it's all a part of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part. So I'm starting that up. I don't see anything up there. All right. Hey, Deaconess, what's up? Who I seen Sidar. Was I doing Sidar? Yeah, I was doing Sidar. Now I want to say that some people are gonna be like, well, why? Just because. But prophetess, I want to publicly, and I want to be specific about this. Prophetess and deaconess, if either of you on any of my lives want to ask a specific question, just ask and it is done. And that's just that, So everybody else though, hit that PayPal or that Cash App, please, por favor. Okay. All right, Sidar. I'm gonna go up my own boy, Sidar. What's up for Sidar? Card for Sidar. Sidar. Card for Sidar. Card for Sidar. Card for Sidar. All right, Sidar, you ready for your card? Here you go. Bararang. You know what this is saying to me, Sidar? Or anyway, this is kind of like the message I'm getting, though. And that is, I feel the spirit's kind of like doing one of these. Hey, you need to like watch, or it's not so much watching the other person, it's maybe watching the effect that this person is having on you. Okay, because I feel like there is a woman in your life right now. Some may describe her as maybe a little to the lazier side. Okay, some may say that to me, she feels very needy. And if she kind of like latches onto you, she's going to be needy, something like that. But I feel that spirit is kind of like saying, hey, I think you need to pay attention around this area because it is affecting you, and it may be affecting your whole like trajectory. I feel like this person can be a distraction. They may be somebody close. They may even be a family member of some kind or something. I don't know. But I do feel it's a woman, and I feel like this woman is, like I said, just very needy. And I think there needs to be some boundaries or something like that put in place as it pertains with this woman, or feed her with a long spoon. Okay. Don't be so accessible. Like, I don't know what the deal is exactly, but I'm getting that. Picasso's Mistress Tarot. You're next. You are next. All right. Picasso's Mistress Tarot. Okay. So nothing yet on the Pizzy Pal. All right. Picasso's Mistress Tarot. Uno Mas time. Yeah. And if you don't know who it is, Sidar, all you got to do is say, hey, show me who this is in particular, and you will know. it will be shown to you, because it's like it's just going to occur. It'll come to you, whether you when you're around that person, or it's maybe you know, washing dishes or some shit. It just comes to you like that. Okay, Picasso's mistress. When I hear Picasso's mistress, I'm like, huh? Richie Tedder. What's bracket? Okay, Picasso's mistress. Style. One more time. Well, seems like very apropos card for you. This is that card of the artistic. To me, artistic also inspiration, ideas. I feel like this is an idea having to do with probably your business. What she's telling me is it's time, if that's what you still want to do, to move shit, you know, step out of your box. First of all, think outside of your box, then step outside of your box. All right. Why, thank you, Richie Tedder. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me now? Hear me now? So that's how we doing it. If you like a card, stick a hand emoji up. I go to the bottom of the chat. Alonzo, my main man Alonzo, you get it. You get this one. All right. All right. Here we go. Well, let me say congratulations. I feel like this is you're moving into the season, what she's showing me anyway, a season of promotion, both in your earthly work and in your spiritual work, or spiritually. I'll say it like that. Okay. Your ability to overcome challenges and obstacles, whether they be, you know, obviously situations or circumstances, and or maybe even physical, is going to be very pronounced for some time. Okay, so whatever you're doing, keep doing it, man. Okay, keep doing that shit, because it's working for you. And you know how the spirit world is. They'll look and say, you know, to them, a lot of times it's like, or when it's coming from that side, it's like, show thyself approved. So just continue with your consistency. Consistency will be your magic power from here on out, whether we're talking about spiritual or spiritually related things, or whether we're talking about just regular mundane shit. Consistency is your magic word. Yep. Torsha, Mormon, I see ya. You are what we're going to be shuffling for. So Torsha. Sharon Williams, welcome, Torsha. Don't forget, folks, if you have your own question, you want to dive into something specific. Okay, you don't just want a card, you want a specific question. You can follow this right here. See, get your question. Where's my finger at? Boom, get your question answered right there. You see, it's scrolling. Scroll with it. Yeah, third, yep, there it is. PayPal.me/Shango Ray. Or this Cash App. Okay, get it how you live while it's here. Yes, absolutely. Um, You call that blunt, Richie? uh, you all good. You all good, bro. Uh, where was the fucking who? Torsia, right? One more. Torsia. Okay, let's get a little active now, shall we? Just a moment. Now this is kind of one of two ways right now. Torsia, what the fuck is going on with you, huh? You might be feeling both of these things. But I'm feeling a woman who is, number one, not feeling emotionally safe within a particular relationship. Hell, maybe in your whole life somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? Some people live every day, all day in fear. I'm not sure if that's you, but this is about, feeling like, hey, I'm safe. I'm okay, and this feeling could be in the background. A lot of times it's in the background. It's not, you know, you're not just thinking, but it's always seems to be playing or running. It always seems to be this little feeling of like anxiety, a little quiet feeling, something like that. Yeah, see, yeah. So, um, so this right here is to me is also talking about that. Now, I don't know. I feel like you're also going through some things that may have you also feeling emotionally, at the same time, maybe even stagnated. Stagnated, restless is the word that came to me. Restless. Yeah. But the thing about these fours is, they might be reversed, which this one is, but it can easily be turned around. Okay. Something also tells me, I don't know if you had a plan to maybe, I don't know, in some form or fashion of making a home. I don't know why I heard something about making a home, but this is what I'm getting from you right now. This is what I'm getting from you right now. A house is not a home. Do 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 do. But anyways, that's what I got for you. I don't know why. I would say this though. Look those fears in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Look them in the eye. Sometimes we're afraid of a shadow, but what's making the shadows really this big, you know? Hey, you're absolutely welcome. Put your hand up if you want a card. If you want a card. Pinky and the brain for sure. What are we gonna do? What did they always say in Pinky and the Brain? Something about what are we gonna do? Let's take over the world. Some shit like that. Yes, lick that like. The bottom bitch loves that. Thank you, Deaconess, because it's true. Okay. Need I remind you? Okay. As I mentioned before, just like some of you effers out there, all right? You like that shit. All right. You like that tongue action, that slithery, slithery, that flickety, flickety. All right. You want to get drank up like a fucking, you know how dogs drink their water on a hot day? All of that. My like button likes it too. The like button is my bottom bitch. She needs to be calm. It's very simple. It's kind of like when you come into a temple and if there's a statue, you pay your respects. So pay respects. She's clean. She's shaven. So what's the problem? Other than you might just be a motherfucking hater. Okay. You just can't stand to see another bitch getting her shit hooked up. Well, that sounds like a personal issue to me. Because I make sure, hey, maybe we can work something. I'll get somebody. to make sure that maybe you're gonna track somebody to make sure that your shit's right and tight. Okay. Oh, fucking robot voice. Thank you, Deaconess. I will hold on. Anybody else like a card? Hey, Christina, lovely world. What's going on? She said robot voice. Oh boy.
Great googly moogly. Great googly moogly. So yes, I'm going to keep reminding y'all, tap into that inner child. A good way to do that is through the act of ritual. And that's what this particular ritual is about. It is about getting you them 3 wishes, your 3 most dominant, most desired, most wanted effects or manifestations that you want. Now is the time for that. Join the St. Nick WISHMAS ritual. And as I mentioned, a big part of that ritual is tapping into your inner child. Do not underestimate that little bastard or bastette, all right? Their power to get some things done. All right. Sharon, I see your hand up. You follow instructions. And I got mucho love for that. So thank you. Richie. But yes, Sharon Williams, we are now going to be pulling a card for you, okay? Sharon Williams, all right? Pulling a card for you. I am too, and I will be contacting you either today or tomorrow because I want to be able to set up, we have some unfinished business. I'd like to get that in before the 18th, which is when this ritual is going to be going down too. So just be on the lookout for that. Even if it's just like a day or 2 before, that's cool. Plus, we're still in the momentum of the waxing moon, right? So we're building up that momentum, you know. Sharon Williams. Witch of the night. This particular ritual is only $57. $57. All right. Sharon Williams. Sharon Williams, I think you're going to be in rare form as it pertains to, if you're not already, okay, as it pertains to being able to tap in. Hey, my pleasure, Deaconess. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Prophetess. That information too, by the way, for the ritual is in the description box. But this is also, to me, like, I feel like you have this, these new antennas or something. That's what it feels like anyway. But your ability to, you know, start channeling's a funny thing. Channeling's a funny thing because it's like sometimes it can take a minute. Like it seems like there's no, it's like you're waiting for rain and all of a sudden there's like one drip, one drop, and then all of a sudden it downpours, right? So what I was going to say is this is a time that I feel that you are going to be rather exceptional in being able to put out your antennas to receive, you know, some of these ideas, these insights. This is also the time to fully express yourself, even as it pertains, I don't know, like, I guess you could say market yourself. Now, when I say that, I could be talking about that professionally. I could also be talking about that personally, because no matter what you're doing, you're marketing. Let's just not mince words about that. You know, everything does come down to marketing also, whether it's interpersonal, whether you're doing it in a more formal way or something like that. But I feel also you're about to have, and this may actually be happening now, but I feel like your name is ringing in a very positive way. And one of the best forms of marketing is, of course, word of mouth. So that is what I see from you. But let me put it to you in another way. Strike while the iron's hot. Because, we have different cycles and seasons. And sometimes some seasons are not so much, the idea seasons as it is taking previous ideas and making them into reality. But there needs to be a time allotted for all these different phases. You get it? So your shit's gonna be like popping as far as just like marketing and getting the word out and expressing whatever it is that you are currently doing right now. And like I said, that can either go personal too, So, Angel, I believe you said your name was Angel. Okay, artistic app design. I got you. What is this? Oh shit, we have a question. We do have a question from our very own. Okay, we're going to get into that right now as soon as I give artistic app this card. Yes. Does any of that resonate with you currently, Sharon? I'm not tripping if it don't, because I'm pretty quite positive that it will. All right. All right. Angel. Card for Angel. Card for Angel. What's up, Angel? What's up for Angel? Oh, this is actually something positive, all right? Because this could be like taken all kinds of different ways. You got the 3 of Hearts. Now, I don't know, man. Either you might be dealing with somebody or you might be you. Okay, as far as, because this card is not reversed too, I feel like you're going to be approaching, I feel like this is probably going to be more forecasted. So like really soon, kind of entering this space where maybe you might be feeling more attractive. You might be then noticing different instances of what could be considered attraction. People staring a little bit too long or doing whatever, shit like that. The other thing I feel too is I feel your relationship with somebody. Now, this could be family, or this could be, maybe possibly a romantic person, but I see the relationship like growing in strength. Okay. Growing in possible, like, I don't know, a feeling of intimacy, of feeling like you could trust this person. There's a much stronger rapport, with this. So this is the card that I have. When I look as far as just based on your card, this is what I'm seeing for you. But I feel also there may be, this to me also kind of represents some temptation. And I don't know, I'm going to keep it real. I don't know if this is you or somebody that you're dealing with. But it's not seeming like somebody's stepping out on somebody, but it just seems like there may be some temptation, competition, whatever, however you want to look at it, Sharon, yes, I'm putting resumes out, and personally, I make sure I'm looking fabulous when I go out of my home. Okay. Well, I can see some positive results, especially from you putting out these resumes. I think you're going to get a very positive result sooner than you know it. Sooner than you know it. Okay, so we have our very own Woo Woo. And Woo Woo would like to know, how soon should I move to Texas? Excellent question. I would ask that you approach the Shangorian altar. Okay, remember, the Shangorian altar is cushioned specifically for your needs. Okay, so there you go. Now, as you gaze at these cards, I'd like you to just kind of project your desire, for the correct answer for you. Okay, as it pertains to your move, take a nice deep breath in, hold it at the top. As you start to feel your lungs strain to keep this breath in, you can go ahead and woo-saw out your motherfucking hoo-ha when you are ready into the cards, projecting and creating a space for whatever needs to come through. All right. So, how soon? There's different ways to do timing, but I think I'm going to whittle it down. That's another way I do it. Actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. What season, first off? What season are we talking about for Woo Woo's move? How soon should she move to Texas? How soon should she move to Texas? How soon should Woo Woo move to Texas? Okay. How soon should Woo Woo move to Texas? Show me by way of season. First. Oh, looks like fall. Okay, looks like fall. I just need to ask one more thing. I'm just going to assume this is fall of this year. You know what I'm saying? I like to be a little precise with shit. People kind of forget that. They think fall, like, who's to say it's this fall? Okay, there's there's a fall every year. All right. You can't find a hand emoji? Are you high? You need to share. Okay, you need to fucking share, Richie. Richie. All right. So just making sure. Please confirm. Is this year we're talking about? Or I mean this upcoming fall. This upcoming fall, because technically we're still in fall now. You know what I'm saying? This upcoming fall, which is what I'm thinking it is. That's what it feels like to me. Yeah. So more than likely, we're looking at, this fall. If you'd like a specific week, I could tell you that. All right. So we have the Jack of Clubs, Queen of Diamonds. And even though this is technically a tie for a yes or no, because this card really doesn't have a color with it. So, but I'm still feeling, I just already knew, like, yes. And when the time comes, it may feel like a stretch for you. There may be something that wants to come up, you shouldn't move now, you shouldn't. But I'm actually seeing it being more advantageous this upcoming fall. We're still in the fall now. We're about to go into winter. So sometime around this coming September. Don't know if that's, too far for you, too far down the road for you. What's going on, KD and DJ? All right. So let's see. I like to be a little bit nosy. Can you give me a week within the fall season that would be the best even? I'm even going to take it down to there, woo-woo, okay? So I think it's going to be one of these situations, though, where your road is open, right? It's there. You can go. But maybe because of other things that you see or perceive, it's going to seem more challenging. But you can do it. So let's just get this one last one in here. What time is it? 8:41 already? Shit. I got to get gone. Third week of, so like early October. Early October. within the first week or two of October would I'm seeing it would be, as far as everything is right now, based on everything right now, based on the energies right now, that would be the most opportune time. Or that's when you're going to move, but free will is a thing, and you might decide differently. What part of Texas? Yes, what part of Texas? Dallas, Fort Worth area. Okay. All right. And may I ask you, when were you kind of envisioning that you wanted to move? I'm curious as to, were you in a real hurry to get out of there? Is there still some hesitancy? What's going on? So if you'd like a card before I get gone, or you have a specific question, follow the app's information. It's all right here. Smell my finger. My finger. All right, right there. PayPal.me/Shango Ray, or Cash App $REISHANGO. You're going to have a new neighbor there, Deaconess. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear DJ's good too. Yeah. Good night. Hope to talk in depth around the 17th of this month. Okay. Yes, I am in a hurry. I want to be there before New Year's. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I hope that you get what you want. And I hope I'm totally fucking wrong. Taking a leap of faith. Yeah. There it is. And maybe that's what that Joker also came into play. It's like, well, you can make that move now. You can make that move right now, baby. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, you did? Okay. My bad. Mi hermano, Alonso. He has sent a PayPal. Whoops. It says I'm offline. I'm not offline. Hey, hey, hey. Just a moment here. Okay. Did you put the question in there? Alabama is not where I'm supposed to be. Okay. It's 6 hours away. Hey, who's counting? Deacon is that's still a neighbor. Shit. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what the let me see what my brother's question is here. Been getting this funny vibe, like a return. Just want to confirm if they are coming back soonish, or it's just the remnants of lost hope. All right. That's a good question. And I know who you're talking about. So, hermano. All right. So go ahead and let me see. Go ahead and focus your question mentally in this deck of cards right now. And as you do, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Hold that breath at the top. And as you start to feel your lungs straining because they want to exhale, when you are ready and not a second sooner, go ahead and woosah. Okay, into the cards, creating that space for the answer that you need right now. Thank you. Gracias, mano. It's a weekend trip. All right. Are they coming back soonish? Soonish. Are they coming back soonish? Are they coming back? Is Omar's feeling correct? Focus on that feeling that you got, hermano. That one that doesn't seem to be leaving you alone or pops up at the weirdest times, truth. All facts, no cap. Wow. I am actually showing that they are. It's not on, it's a pretty strong one. I'm going to show you your cards right now. It's pretty strong. Queen of Spades, Three of Hearts, Two of Diamonds, Ace of Hearts. There may be some disappointment with it, though, in some form or fashion. Something may have shifted or changed. Okay, don't be dismayed. And then finally, Ten of Clubs. Now, this card is not reversed, and it is a very strong card to have. To me, this, I don't know why I'm getting sensations of like a bunch of internet communications or messages over the internet, shit like that. You may get word of it maybe even before from somebody else. But I do feel that they are going to be coming. They are going to be coming. And you should still be focusing on your ascension or just your own personal growth and your own things. You know what I'm saying? If they is who you are referring to, if I think that y'all know something, don't Shine tree look like the tree props. If now, just to be honest with you, I don't know how to feel now. I get it. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you this, brother. Stay on your square. Okay. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. Whatever it is, you can and will handle it. All right. So give yourself that credit. And yeah, I just feel like you're not getting that feeling for nothing. Now, let's just talk about this though. Soonish could be in a few months. Who says soonish? Like soonish could be what? Right? Right. That's pretty much what I kind of figured. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Hmm. Yeah. I know it's like, you get your mind and and more importantly, your heart set to live a certain way. And then it's like shit changes. It's almost like if you're in a relationship and you prepare yourself for like the breakup and for being alone and shit, and then it's like you don't break up. you know, yeah. All right. So let's just keep going. Like you said, that's to always be numero uno. Okay. That's to always be that one. That's to always be primero. All right. Phoenix Fire. Hey there. Thank you for joining us. Because there's always going to be life happening around you. You know what I'm saying? We can't just, maybe you can, but be a monk and just be concerned with my spiritual growth. There's other things, there's life we have to tend with. So yeah, todo bien, todo bien. That's right. So I get it. I said all that though about my little analogy, just so you know that I got you. I feel I feel you because a man has to prepare for certain things like that. You got to prepare your heart for certain shit. And then to have it like, whoop, it could be almost, it's like, I'm disappointed that I'm not disappointed. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. My pleasure. Hey, Phoenix Fire, what's going on with you? Good to see you. Well, I think we're going to be wrapping it up. I think I got to be getting up out of here. So I'll tell you what. Okay, last call. Oh, wait, there appears to be something else up here. What is this? Another? Here I think I'm going somewhere. I ain't going nowhere. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Also, just so you know, closing words too. We're going to do a little contest. I'm going to drop a video here shortly that's strictly, it's for the contest. The contest to join the new 2021 St. Nicholas WISHMAS ritual, where you get to take an active part in seeing, having, experiencing 3 of your biggest desires manifested through working with good old St. Nicholas. We're going to have a contest, and I'm going to give away 3 slots into this ritual. So be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in, or maybe you're going through just really hard times, this is another chance. I'll explain exactly what to do. More than likely, you're going to be commenting something in the comment section. And then what I'm going to do is write down everyone who wrote shit down, cut out the little pieces of paper, put it in something. I'm going to shake it up, and I'm going to choose randomly 3 people. You know, it's kind of like a, what do you call it? A scholarship. Yeah, it's kind of like a scholarship. Hey, well, right on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ha. Yeah, thank you. Kamira, I see you. I'm going to get you a card. All right. I'm going to get you a card. KD's always good to us, you know. And you know what? You know, the thing about KD is excelente to my bottom bitch, the like button. She comes in, she's like, you know, along with, of course, the resident goddesses and shit like that. They all, you know, everyone, you know about that. You know about that bottom bitch. Taking care of the bottom bitch, you know. All right, Kamira. Card for Kamira. In other words, she don't have to be hounded. She don't have to be hounded. Some of y'all got to be hounded. I got to basically verbally abuse you, but maybe that's what gets you off. Maybe that's what gets you in the state to want to lick the like button in the first place, because you like a little bit of that abusive love shit. I don't know. KD. Some abusive sexuality, okay? Like a little pleasure with your pain, huh? Would you like a little pleasure with your pain? I can already hear some of you bitches. Yes, please. I hear you. I see you, and I race you, okay? Okay, this card is for KD. I'm going to get out of here in about 5 minutes. I'll say it like that. At 9 o'clock, I'm checking out. Checking out. KD. KD, your time has come too to take a leap of faith. And just because your conscious mind, or I'll say your habitual mind, because your habitual mind, your conscious mind, loves to look in the past and say, well, I don't know. Have we done that before? No? Okay. Then why the fuck do you think you could do it now? All right. Has this ever worked before? No? Okay. Then why the fuck would you think it would work now? Right? But when we do that, we end up just recreating the past over and over and over again. You never know. I would think so. I'm going to say I think so. So this card is, also about stepping out of a box, stepping out of a, whatever it is that you're used to doing. And I know that's very hard. It's difficult. It's difficult. Many of us, we need some kind of a routine. And any deviation off that routine, it just don't feel right. You feel like maybe even you're doing something wrong, when in actuality, you may not be. But as it pertains to, growth, expansion, things of that nature, we got to be able to step outside of the confines of the past, i.e., whatever happened before. It doesn't equal our future. Yes, Phoenix Fire. That is an excellent point right there. And I'm going to highlight you if you don't mind. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, wait. Wrong highlight. All right. It says getting uncomfortable or getting, excuse me, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable can be uncomfortable at first. Yes, that is one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most powerful superpowers that you could have. It will serve you in every single area of your life. The ability to kind of to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, to get comfortable with being uncertain. I don't know how this shit's going to turn out, but you know what? I'm going to find out. And either I'm going to get what I want, or I'm going to learn what I need so I can get what I want, or better, just like that. Just like that. Okay. So that's, yeah, where was we going with all this shit? I have had to do this since past July. I feel you. Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't ever stop afterwards unless you get into like a groove and you're like, you know what, I'm going to stay in this groove for like a while, but we all need that shit. I'm out. Okay, with you tonight. Have a great night. Anyways, I'm about to get up out of here my damn self. I'm definitely learning how to do that. Yeah. To me, it is more of an experience, like how I say that. First of all, identifying when you're uncomfortable because you're getting out of your comfort zone, and then like in a way kind of like being able to soak in the bathtub of that uncomfortable feeling, or you just like kind of you just like like it feels uncomfortable, but don't allow yourself to run. Like just be in it. And all that aggravated feelings and all the shit around it will subside. Conditioning. That's what it's about. Conditioning. It's about conditioning. How do I do that without being guarded? Sometimes you just gotta you can be guarded and still do it. And through the process of that conditioning, like you're letting yourself get acclimated to that uncomfortable feeling. You're not just running from it from the very onset of anything uncomfortable. You're like, okay, I feel really fucking uncomfortable. I accept that I feel off. I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what's going to happen. That's all it is. And then next thing you know, of course, you put time into the equation because you need some time to acclimate. Because then with time, that will become your normal. That will become like, man, it's too peaceful. I need to get uncomfortable because that's what I'm used to. You got to think the comfort zone expands. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like when you're in the bed and you slide your foot over to a nice, cool place of that bed. Oh, everything else is warm and toasty here. My fucking foot is hanging off the bed, or it's in that nice cold spot that I haven't explored lately. So it's freezing right here, but the rest of me, but sooner or later, your foot's going to warm that area up. It's not going to be all like, like that. So yeah, me too, woo-woo. Sometimes spirit has us going in directions. Hey, I'm all for it. Whatever we need to say, whatever we need to talk about. You know what I mean? I'm going to get to your comment, though. Trying not to cry. Oh, yeah, it's all right. Someday, don't try and hold that shit in if you got to. Let it out. It's like gas. It never did anybody any good to hold it in. Okay, just let it out. All right. So yeah, it's about conditioning. And most people, they get when they step out of their comfort zone, it is like a shock. It's like going outside once you just got out of a hot shower, and it's like a shock, and that shock makes you want to run right back in the shower. You understand? But instead, you do allow yourself to get acclimated. It's just like with cold showers too. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever taken a cold shower, when that water first hits you, oh fuck. But there comes a point where that water starts to feel warm, but the water is not warm. It's fucking cold. So what's going on here? Why does it feel warm? You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is making up for that. It's starting to, Phoenix Fire said, it's like your comfort zone is now expanding. You understand? I'm very uncomfortable with my living situation right now. I could do better without being around any relatives. Ashe, and it is so. It's hitting me different. Hey, it's all good. Let it hit you how it's got to hit you. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I miss creating my magical practices. I can imagine that. It's got to be one of those. Whenever you're in a situation where you can't be 100% you, and maybe you actually can, but you prefer not to because a lot of your mystical and magical practices are private, right? I don't want you seeing my work. I'm over here trying to do one of my mystical practices, and you're fucking walking by in your robe, farting, going to get something out the fridge and shit. Like, can you ruin the mood anymore? So I feel you on that. I feel you on that. And it's like, it's not that I can't do it. I don't want to do it under it cheapens shit. And I like shit to be a certain way, you know, cheapens it. Yeah, Adela, I agree with you 1,000,000,000,000,000%. Sometimes she says that sometimes it's better to love family from far away. And let's keep it real. Most of the time, it's mostly going to be family that you really should feed with a long spoon. Jono, I fully understand that now, Adela. Woo was like, girl, I understand. Okay. I had to get pushed out of my comfort zone, and now I am so happy it happened. Yes, Phoenix, would you tell him? I'm sure you were probably freaking the fuck out during that push, right? Like, how can I do a spell to get rid of this push? But your spirit's like, yo, you need to get out this comfort zone, bitch. You know, over here trying to do magic. You know, it's crazy because I can get that feeling whenever I write my songs, but not with my personal life. It sucks, but I think, yeah. Hey, we appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true. That initial, but I tell you what, too. Um, and I'm speaking as a very habituated creature. Like, really, in order for me to be effective or efficient, I gotta have some form of a routine. You know, when I was homeless, when I was this, when I was that, I had some form of familiarity to keep me sane. And I held the fuck on to that. You understand? So I get that part, but I was losing my ish for a second, but I figured, yeah, see, that's the natural reaction to lose your shit. And I'm still learning and growing, of course. Yeah. But that's what I was gonna say. But a lot of times these pushes, they never sound like a good idea when you're getting pushed. It never sounds like a good idea. You know, maybe as you start getting more into the process of that, you can kind of look and take an objective perspective and say, hey, you know what? Or you just say, hey, I'm deciding right now that this situation or this push is going to serve me. That's what it's going to do. That's what it's here for. I say it, so therefore it must be so. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those never going back things. Yeah, I feel you on that. And scary as fuck. But yeah, without that, you know, yes, and that's what it's doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had those too. It's actually harder to kind of push yourself out of your comfort zone. Most people, they get pushed by default because they either bullshit or wait or they neglect something for so long until finally the shit explodes or you have to deal with it or something happens, you know. Hey, Kamira Davis, I'm glad that you know what to do. That's what the business is. That's why I sing and write songs, because it's the only place where I can take a leap of faith. I need to apply that feeling. Very good. You, Kamira Davis, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. If you was to write or take a chance on writing something that was maybe, you might consider it experimental, right? And let's say the shit came out whack. What are you going to do? You can hit delete. You could say, hey, I like this, but I don't like that. I thought I would like that, but I don't like that. So we're going to change that. Okay. I want to put a little pre-chorus in, a little 2-bar pre-chorus before every hook. And then, you know, obviously I'll let the bridge ride out, blah, 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 right? So you just take that attitude as far as it goes with life. You know what I'm saying? Why is the life shit more serious than the songwriting shit? You know what I'm saying? It really does come back to the old, it really comes down to the same thing. When it's time to step into your power, you have to honor it. Yeah, I would say it would behoove you to honor it, but you don't have to. You can resist that shit. You can bitch, you can complain, and you can make your life a living hell based on the way that you are reacting to your push. You understand? But yeah. But what I'm saying to you, Kamira Davis, is when it comes to your songwriting, you know, you can always erase it. You can change it. You could just be like, you know what, I'll just put this off to the side. And, you know, because I always call them skeletons, right? Like when I would make just like a rough draft of a song or something, I would just have skeletons. Very bare minimum, no meat on the bones really, but I knew what the idea was supposed to sound like. If somebody else listened to it, they'd probably be like, what the fuck is this shit? But I know because it would trigger the whole song in my head, you know? Hey, Shimano 5 was popping. So, but that's like a superpower for you because it ain't all serious and it's not all built up like to this. Like, you know, if you don't like it, you could just change it. You could throw it away, you know, such as it is with everything else in your life. As far as, you know, I think you were raised around somebody very critical, and this person would always criticize. Either you didn't do it well enough, you didn't do it at all. Well, yeah, you did this, but you didn't do that, type of thing. I feel like you got some of those isms and schisms inside of you waiting to be released. All right, because they're not serving you anymore at this point. All they do is they just basically they bum rush you and they like rat pack you. You know what I'm saying? You get jumped every day in your own mind. I'm a fighter when it comes to my music. I'll keep doing it until I get it right. Listening to what you said really helped me out what I need to do into a positive perspective. Have fun with what you are doing. I had parents like that. Yeah. Then I had to work on that conditioning. That's the realest shit right there. It's for real. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Wherever you go, there you are. And there all that shit is because we carry it around with us. You know, I was raised around a negative person and I always felt invisible and it made me feel worthless. So what you're saying definitely hits home for me. Oh yeah. I'd be willing to bet as it applies to your life when it comes to certain situations or decisions in your life. You may not even recognize the voice or voices, but I'm willing to bet it's at least one of them, or the strongest one, is a particular voice of maybe a father or a mother or somebody, you know, somebody. But yeah, because what that ends up doing is it ends up making you feel afraid, like you put so much pressure because you can't make a mistake. And meanwhile, that is the main thing that gets each and every one of us to our destination is mistakes. Mistakes are the what, propel us. They teach us. There are teachers. We need them. You got to have a space in your life, whether that's for your music, whether that's for any other decisions, where you could say, hey, you know what? I give myself permission to like make fucking as many mistakes as I need. It doesn't mean anything about me as a person. It doesn't mean anything about my worth. I can make all them fucking mistakes as I want, and I'm still cool. All right. So, and it feels like nothing I do ever matters. So ask yourself this: do you think you're going to do the things that do matter if you feel like nothing else matters? You know? Or if you feel like you really can't have it, that will stop you before you even start. So keep that in mind too. That's why I sing, because it's the one place where no one can tell me how I should feel. Ashe to that. Ashe to that. Mistakes, definitely. And you know what? Sometimes I have found, that's a good point, Phoenix Fire. Mistakes are actually sometimes the answer. Sometimes the answer or the solution or the aha comes in work clothes, dirty work clothes. Okay. And it may not seem like it at first, but sometimes the biggest tragedy or the biggest setback is actually literally the biggest blessing that you could get. You know, hey, I needed to hear it too, KD. I need to hear it too. We all do. You know, if you resonated this shit to you, then obviously you probably need to hear it too. You know, shit. But yeah, I think we're going to conclude this evening. I was going to do a sermon on your mound, but I didn't have a sermon. And I don't like forcing shit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like to force shit. I'm just at that spot for certain things. You know what I mean? Certain things you can't force. You just, yeah. And you to me, KD, thank you. I made a 15-year mistake by being with the wrong person. And when I say the knowledge I gained, oh, I can bet 15 years, fucking almost 2 decades, you better have learned something off that shit. That was the sermon. You know what? In the name of Jesus. All right. So we're gonna roll like that. I love when woo woo, that's all spirit. Because I didn't plan on talking about this shit. But that's why I love y'all, because y'all always bring whatever needs to be said or heard. Y'all are gonna say the shit. If I don't say it, you gonna say it. Someone's gonna say it. So I wasn't planning on this shit. I had thought about speaking more on consistency because I'm seeing that from a whole other perspective at this phase in my life. And with consistency, yo, you can do anything. And I start to see in my past all the times where my consistency failed. And that's why the result that maybe I was in the process of creating didn't get to fulfill itself. You understand? Yeah. So I was going to do one on that consistency, but I was just like, you know. But consistency is definitely so important. You got to have some form of stick-to-itiveness. The problem is we're only usually stick-to-itiveness to our habits and things that we're used to. you know. But when it comes to the new shit, a lot of us may be scared to invest our time. What if it don't work? I know one thing why, like, especially when experimenting, because I do a lot of experimenting, it's like, well, first of all, when you take the mindset that I'm experimenting, you take a lot of the pressure off. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. I'm experimenting to find out what the fuck it does, or what happens when I do this or that, or if I do a ritual with these two particular energies or deities, what will happen? Is it possible I could fuck my shit up? Yes, it is. I'm like that mad scientist. I've almost blown my shit up several times. You know what I mean? What you are used to can be the most dangerous thing. Agreed. Agreed, agreed. Ask yourself why your best ideas come in the shower or bath, says Shimano 5 line. When you're naked, most vulnerable, and nothing but the real you while cleansing and purging. Yeah. Matter of fact, you just reminded me I got to take me a bath. I'm owed a bath. I haven't taken a spiritual bath in quite some time. My spiritual ass stank right now. No, I be cleansing and shit still. I do things, you know, but like as far as a bath, I need a fucking bath. Well, I thank you, KD. Oh, thank you. I receive that in the name of Jesus. Um, yeah, that's a cool perspective on that. Yeah, because you're not dealing with the bullshit. That's, you know, you're dealing with what is. You're not dealing with the bullshit. That was a real good like analogy, yo. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, that's my Australian kind of accent or British accent. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Nothing? Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. All right. Join the new 2021 St. Nicholas Wishmas ritual. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to embrace that inner child and get that little bastard or bastard to, you know, functioning and expressing itself by way of manifestation of your top 3 desires that you want this holiday season. All right. So set up your new year and set up the end of this particular calendar year also. All right. So we may be back tomorrow, more than likely, because I'm going to be pumping the shit out this ritual. So you're probably going to see my face a lot. But to the deaconess, prophetess, woo woo, Phoenix Fire, Shimano 5 line, everybody else on here, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere doing anything. Hey, maybe you're still doing anything, but at least you're here. All right. So shout out to everybody who's joined, who participated and who got themselves a card, or, you know, who even donated and asked their questions. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right. So we shall return tomorrow. Look out for the contest. So if you need to get in this ritual, but right now things are really extremely tight, look up for the St. Nick Wishmas contest. Okay. That video will be out later tonight. And we also have some Shangodiacs on the way as well, because people have been asking about those. Well, okay. All right. It's coming. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. That's what she said. All right. So, hey, buenas noches, mano. Just hit me up when you put it out on a t-shirt. Right. All right. So we out of here, and have a good Sunday night. Get your rest. All that good shit. Peace.